What's up, Ichthus Disc Golf? My name's Madison, and we're doing part 3 of What's in the Bag with my dad, Gordy, and here we go.
Hey, Ichthus Disc Golf. This is my bag. It's going to have a lot in it, mainly because what's back here used to be in my bag on this whole thing, and I've shifted into mainly Discmania. So there's just a few discs I actually don't throw that aren't Discmania. You'll see that in a little bit, but I'm switching my entire bag pretty much to Discmania. And there might be a few things that come out and these come back in because I really like the Zone. I really like the Bounty. I like some of these drivers that the Discmania doesn't have. So, but you'll see, I'll tell you in just a second what they are. But we got to talk about what's outside the bag first, right? Because that's what everybody else did. And so, especially in Michigan, I usually have a pack of hand warmers in there. We go to Dunham's and get these, or kind of any of the big lots or something like that, and we pick up like a pack of these mainly for hockey but also for disc golf, and we usually have, I don't know how many on us, there's usually a ton of them, just because it's cold and we like throwing. So usually have that in the bag, but then I always have snacks, namely these big S seeds, man. These are awesome. By the way, the only type to get are dill pickle seeds. I'm just telling you now. Dill pickle sunflower seeds are the bomb. So make sure to always have that. I usually have them in the bag with me. I usually keep them right here to have as a snack. When you go in the back, I actually have this. It's a Zuca cart. And the only reason I have this Zuca cart is because I won it in a raffle at a disc tournament. So normally I would actually use this bag right here. It's my MVP bag. I would usually use that, but it holds half the discs. So we got that. I actually, on the back of this, well, number one, I have a towel. It's my foundation towel, foundation discs. Shout out to them. And then I also have a Disc Baron towel that Disc Baron sent us when we ordered a bunch of discs. They gave us a towel, so shout out to Disc Baron as well. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for that. I got a few bag tags. Brendan, I know, has a bag tag. This is our local disc golf club bag tag. Then I bought one at the Natty down in we're gonna just throw another snack in here. Down in Cincinnati. Then of course PDGA sends you this cool little card thing. So I just have those on there. I also have a glow light. It's kind of cool. It turns on. Woo! So that's just kind of neat. I have those hanging from here. On the back that you can't see, I actually have 2 drink holders that actually hold up to like 32-ounce drinks, like a Gatorade bottle. I also have another bag back here. I'll just turn it around for you so you can see it. By the way, what Madison also threw, we usually do this. This is our disc golf snacks. Not only do we do dill pickles, but we also have Snaps dill pickle snacks that we usually keep in the back of this too. So we've got that. On the back of this cart, it's kind of cool. Like I said, it's got the 2 drink holders on the back, but it also has this that holds a huge thermos. I don't even know what I have in here. So you have a chalk bag. Ooh, I know what I have in here. Rip Revenge, which is actually one of the best disc golf games you can buy. It's usually like $10, $10. You can get it at Foundation Disc Golf. You can get it, I believe Infinite Discs has it. Disc Baron might carry them. Great Lakes Disc might carry it. It's kind of hard to find now. But it's a really cool card game that Brendan and I like to play, and we try to get a lot of people to play because it keeps everybody fair and honest. Makes you throw certain discs, certain styles. It's a fun game. On this side over here, I have another chalk bag. Cool. So I have 2 chalk bags. Oh, there's my hand warmers. I have a thing of hand warmers and my PDGA dog tag thing. Woo. So that's on this side. Usually this one holds snacks. It'll hold anything really in here. So let me put these back in, and then we'll go with the discs. Like I said, really switching my discs around. So Bear with me for a little bit. I don't exactly know what all of them do yet because, again, just like Brendan said in the first video, it's been winter and we've been switching it around. So I'm going to start really with my putters. Oh, I forgot the putter pouch. This putter pouch actually fits on the back like this. The handle goes up. This sits on the back. So my putter pouch I've got for tournaments mainly, a little clipboard. I also have some Sharpies in the back here. There's a little pouch back here. I've got some zipper pulls that I got to put on here. So we went down to Texas and went to the Lego store and got some Star Wars Lego keychains. So those are going to be my zipper pulls. Some of my minis that I've gotten, ooh, mine are all connected. I've got a U of M, University of Michigan, mini. I've also got a Natty disc or mini disc. I got a really large mini that kind of goes with Madison's, what Madison showed. And then Disc Baron sent us this when we bought a lot of Discmania stuff. It's one that I'm going to be using quite regularly. It's a Discmania rainbow stamped mini. So pretty cool. They all kind of fit together in here. Pretty neat. So I have a little mini pouch right there. And then my putters. Oh, even before that, I have a Waboba Wingman. It's just a little flimsy disc, but you can toss back and forth and get warmed up. It doesn't usually stay in my bag. It usually stays in the car. The two putters that I have, these are my putting putters. They are soft, exo-soft plastic. They're the Discmania Lynx that you see. They may actually come out of the bag this summer because they don't like to stay in the basket. They like to come out of the basket when you throw them. And so I mainly throw these inside the circle, inside circle 1. And even then they like to come out. Even when you're throwing it straight dead center basket, they like to come out. So they may come out of the basket or out of the bag, I'm not sure. And what I'll be switching to are these, which are Sensei's. I've got 3. These are my throwing putters. However, I just got this one. And I can't, of course, throw it in the snow. It's white. So I have to wait until, ooh, I gotta put my name on that one. I have to wait until we get going in the spring to do that. But I have just a baseline plastic, active plastic, and then I have active premium plastic. Both these are pretty sweet, especially on the Anheuser, but I love throwing these. These are great putters. The Sensei, that's on this side. On this side, this took the place of my Zone. I used to throw the Zone. I used to bag it, Get Freaky. A couple Get Freakies, actually. And then another, like a ESP Zone. And these took the place. I have an Exo Hard and an Exo Soft Tactic by Discmania. It's really just Discmania's version of a Zone. The numbers on it are 4203. They don't glide worth anything, mainly like a Zone. But you can throw it, they're a little bit less overstable than a Zone. Actually, you can throw them pretty straight. So I had those. They're on this side, the throwing putters and the putting putters. Here we go. This is where the meat of it is. So I'm going to take a few out and let you know what these are. This one right here first is a Maestro. I haven't thrown it very much. The numbers are just a little bit different. It's just got one extra glide speed than this. So instead of a 4.2, it's a 4.302. By no means is this overstable though. I've thrown this quite a bit and it's a dead-on straight disc. It glides. You can see the dome on it. It glides. It's pretty sweet. It's like a glidey Zone, I guess. Maybe more like a Bounty. So I got that. I haven't thrown it very much, to be honest. I threw it down in Texas. That's about it. Then I've got some of my favorite discs right here. I got an MD and an MD2. In fact, I have my other MD2 right here. That was in my bag. This MD is like my favorite disc. This is my forehand, backhand, get out of jail free disc. MD2, I haven't thrown this one very much. It's kind of dark. I've thrown the other one a lot more. This is a C-line plastic. This is a D-line plastic. This is their base plastic. This is a little bit more of a premium plastic. The MD is a 4500. It glides for days. The only difference between the MD and the MD2 is this one's a little bit more overstable. So this one will fade a little bit more left than this. This is a dead straight disc. Actually, for me throwing backhand, I can actually get this to go Anheuser and hold that line pretty great. I love this disc. This is my favorite disc in my bag for at least my mid-ranges. I might have one other in here, mid-range wise. So those are my two main mid-ranges. My other mid-ranges are here. I put this as one of my discs that's not Discmania, and I can't find one right now that I could throw that is like this, at least for me. That's a Jawbreaker Wasp. This is a Dark Horse Jawbreaker Wasp. Man, I can't find one like this. This thing is super awesome. It's lightweight. I can bend this around, hyzer it out. It'll flip up. It's sweet. Love this disc. So this is my one of my non Discmania discs. Then I have a couple over here, but this is the one that I like to throw. This is an Origin by Discmania. It's kind of the equivalent to the Wasp. A little bit better glide. I don't remember the numbers on the glide of this one. Very straight disc. Love it. Glides for days as well. Very good mid-range. You can put it on any line. It'll do that. It's really comparable to the Wasp. I'm just not as comfortable with it as I am with this Wasp. The Wasp will probably come out of my bag at some point this summer. So there's the Origin. I love this disc. This is my method. I just started throwing it. The numbers on it are not right. I'm just going to tell you now. The numbers say it's a 5503. If you look on others, I know Zach Bacardi did a method. Shout out to him and his channel as well. He did a review on this, and he also found that the numbers just aren't right on this disc. I would definitely not say it's a 3 fade coming in. This is a pretty straight disc. It's a pretty understable disc. You can get it to do it. Now, it's not going to, by any means, it's not going to turn for you. If you're a right-hand, backhand thrower, it's not going to turn. It will stay straight, but it is not going to cut left. And it glides. I mean, 5 glide is amazing. So this is what I'm actually working on with the Origin. That Maestro might come out of the bag, but I'll keep that Origin, the Method, and the MDs in there for sure. And if I lose the MDs, I'll have at least the Wasp and a couple other Origins up here that I can use. So that's really my mid-ranges there. The rest of these up here on my top are kind of the beginning of my fairways, but a couple of these I call hybrids. Because they're not really a mid-range, but they're not, I'm going to save those for just a minute. These 3 are hybrid discs. They're not really mid-ranges, but they're not fairway drivers. They're kind of in between. And Brendan had one of these in his bag. It's similar. It's another disc that's not Discraft or Discmania, and that's my Discraft Impact. Man, I am so glad that we were able to get a couple of these. I wish they would make more of these. I wish that there was a line for this. This was a very limited edition disc that Foundation made during Christmas, and it just so happened we got a few, or not at Christmas, at Black Friday, and we just happened to get a couple. The numbers on it are 6.6, -3.1. Those numbers aren't right either, to be kind of fair. Definitely a 6.6. Definitely 6.6. It's the speed-wise is correct, the glide is right, but that -3 is not right. It is not right. It's probably like a -1. This thing for me, now Brendan's shaking his head behind the camera going, no, it's not right. For me, this thing does not go right. My disc does not go right. His may, mine does not. Mine stays straight. It might turn just a little, but mine cuts left pretty hard. So that -3.1, I would say either -1.2 or a -1.1 at the end. It's a great disc, man. This thing is amazing. I tee off with it on short holes. In fact, this is a fairway hybrid. Like I said, it's great. I love it. I have a Magician. Honestly, I haven't thrown it. It's a Discraft Magician. Numbers on it are 6402. Similar. If I had a choice between these two, I'm definitely bagging the Discraft Impact. I have not thrown this Magician very much. It is overstable. I haven't beat it in, so that's probably why it's overstable. It's like a Mantis to me. A little bit slower than a Mantis, but I just haven't thrown it very much. Because this will probably come out of the bag as kind of a spare disc up here in case I lose one of these other ones and I have to come back home or something and grab a disc for the next tournament. Then it'll go back in my bag. But for the most part, I'm only bagging it because I want to practice with it in the spring to see what it does. But these two discs here, the next one I'm going to talk about in my impact, kind of take the place of this one. And so, yeah, and I like those two. I'm more comfortable with those. This other one, man, this is almost one of my favorite ones. If it wasn't for the MD, it'd be for the Instinct. The Instinct's a 7502. It's neoplastic. Oh, this thing's amazing. This is such an awesome disc. It glides again. You can put it, this one's like a Mantis, straight out. Man, it goes forever. It's sweet. I can trust it. In fact, I got a couple of nicks on it from trees. I can trust this thing to go forehand, backhand. This one would be the equivalent to my fairway driver for the most part. So we've got those. Then we go into more of fairways. I can tell you I have not thrown these very much at all. I have a Genius. No, I'm not a Genius, but I have one. These numbers are 7.5, -4, 1. This is pretty much like what my Underworld used to be. I used to throw an Underworld for the longest time. You can ask Brendan. I would throw that. I would tee off with that. And it was great until I started like totally turning it over. It became a roller disc. It became so understable. I beat it in so bad. That's what this one is. But now this one's also starting to go understable. That's what it's there for, is to actually go, Anheuser, or to turn off the backhand, to go down the fairway and actually just turn and be able to trust it, and then just to kind of come back out. So this one's definitely staying in the bag. It's kind of like a fast soul, to be honest. It's a great disc. Then I've got some FDs. Have not thrown this one very much. It's dark. I would really like to get some different dye on this thing. FD2, they're really hard to find. But an FD2, and then my FD2 is actually a C-line plastic. It's crazy. I haven't thrown it very much at all. I don't know much what it does. And then this FD, man, and I'm gonna have to get a different FD. This is 7.6 -1.1. This is a really lightweight FD. This thing is a roller disc. It's just what it is. And I don't throw rollers. So this thing flips over so hard. It's really hard for me to throw. It's really hard for me to throw it. So I need to learn a little bit more on the spring what this and that FD2 do in order for me to throw them. There's a couple holes here in Deerfield that I think I could throw this on, or at our home course. That would really kind of fade out. It'd be sweet. Some of these other ones, let's see what we got here. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna go to there. Just picked this up. Have not thrown it yet. I'm, unlike Brendan, I'm not gonna throw it on the parking lot. I've got to wait till we get out to a park. This thing is probably one of the more expensive ones in my bag, to be honest. Not because I paid a lot, but because that's what people are paying now. This is an Essence. Fairway driver. I don't know the numbers. I think it's like an 8-speed, 5 glide, maybe 6 glide, like -2.1 or -1.2. This is actually the heaviest disc in my bag, but it's also it's a geoplastic, which is it's gummy. It feels kind of weird, soft-ish. Don't want to hit a tree with it, type thing. Haven't thrown it. Don't know what it does, but I know I wanted one because it's going to take the place of some of these other discs that are in here right now. I have an FD3, FD1, FD2. This is an FD3. This is a faster speed. This is like a Firebird. Actually, the same numbers as a Firebird. I've got it for that specific purpose of a Firebird, and it's a 9403. It's a sweet disc. Very lightweight for me. Can chuck it around to the left. I know it'll be on a hyzer, and I know I can trust it to do that. So it's an FD3. One disc that Discmania doesn't make anymore that I have, so I'm gonna have to find something to take its place, is a CD2. This is kind of a lightweight CD2. It's a 9.5 -1.2. This will become probably this disc's counterpart, because this one's gonna probably come out of the bag. I haven't thrown this one yet at all whatsoever. I just got it about a month ago. I haven't even thrown it in the gym. Don't know what it does. I can just hopefully trust the numbers and realize that this is going to take this place. And hey, newsflash, this is my favorite disc. So when it comes out of my bag, this one's crazy. This is one of my first discs I ever threw. Not this specific one, but the brand and the type. This is a Valkyrie. this was my go-to driver. This was my go-to disc. Throwing off the tee, the Valkyrie was it. Mainly because I didn't have arm speed for faster discs. So this was my trusted driver, and I could throw almost 300 feet with this thing. And if you know me, I have a super noodle arm. So 300 feet with a Valkyrie is pretty tight. This one's probably coming out of my bag, probably late spring, early summer, when I start trusting this CD2, because it's the same disc. It really is. So that CD2 will now be nicknamed the Valkyrie. So that way it's in my head mentally. So we've got that. Now we're coming to beefier discs that really they're in my bag. And we'll go from there and see. Ooh, I have some leaves in there. A lot of these, like I said, I've thrown. This is actually a PD2. PD2 is an awesome disc. A little bit like a Firebird, but less overstable than a Firebird. It doesn't fade as quite as hard. So it's gonna be kind of like the FD3 and the PD2, similar to that. And then this is my TD. My TD is supposed to be a turning disc. It's supposed to go right. I'm not exactly sure the numbers. This is actually Blizzard plastic, like Innova make, but Discmania is made by Innova, also by Latitude 64. So just depending on the plastic. This is an Innova disc, but it's made for Discmania. TD, quite honestly, is supposed to, as you backhand, supposed to go to the right. This one doesn't. This one glides and goes left. I don't know. Maybe it's the speed. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I just know that it's a very trustworthy disc. It goes pretty straight, and I love it. It's one of my go-to drivers to come off of the driver, along with that PD2. This is by far my favorite disc.
You
driving
said that
wise.
twice.
I know. So I got my MD. Like if I were to only bag 5 discs ever, it'd be probably a putter, an MD, maybe that Jawbreaker, a fairway driver of some type, and then for my driver, it'd be this. I like it because Madison helped me dye it a while ago. This thing is just so dependable. This is my Sapphire. It's a great disc. Love it. Love it. This one probably, unless I find something Discmania-wise, will probably never come out of my bag. Unless I get sponsored by Discmania, which won't ever happen, so it doesn't matter. This will stay in my bag because I love it. It's a great dependable disc. It goes straight for days. The numbers on it are 10, 6, -2, 1.5. Like, it's going straight. It might fade a little to the right, or turn a little to the right, and then it's going to come back left pretty straight on. It is awesome disc. I've got a PD. It's a 10.403, a little bit faster than that PD2 and a little bit faster than the CD2. Just a little bit faster disc, same thing. Again, the numbers aren't necessarily correct. This one is not as overstable as that number 3 says. So I've noticed that about Discmania. Some of the numbers aren't correct, and that's why we've got to throw them. We've got to go out and practice. So that's that PD. I got that a while ago. That and the MD were the first 2 discs that I got that were like Discmania great discs. So this one may come out of the bag. Just because it's an Avenger SS. It's my forehand disc, but I can forehand some of these other ones now and do the same thing. And this one's becoming untrustworthy. It's becoming a little bit understable for me because I can throw these other ones on better lines than I can on this, and I think it's getting in my head. So this may come out of the bag in the spring. I'm not sure. These next 2 were my drivers before we got snow. And then when we got snow, pretty much started getting these other discs to see. This is the fastest I had in a bag, was an 11 speed. These are Mentors. This is baseline active plastic. This is active premium plastic. I can't throw this one, of course, in the snow. It's white. And I don't like throwing this one. This one's a little bit more overstable than this one is. They're great discs, though. I can chuck them about 300 to 320 feet. They're pretty sweet. I just haven't chucked them in a while. So working on form, these should be a lot better. This is the equivalent of a couple that I'm going to show. I believe it's a DD3 or a DD2. I'm not sure. This one and the Enigma are like the DDs. So I'll show you those in just a second, but great drivers. I love them. They're great. Also got a CD3. Haven't thrown it ever. It's an 11.5, -1.2. It's going to be kind of the same style as that. Again, it could take the place of the Avenger SS. Not sure. This is a PD2. This thing is super, super overstable, and quite honestly, this one may come out of the bag. This PD2 is a 12.404. Those numbers are correct. This thing, when it comes off the tee, goes straight left, like straight left. This is a left turn disc, but it might also become an overhand disc for me as well. Then I have my Hades. It's a trustworthy disc. I love it. I just don't have room for it in the bag, really. This might actually turn into Brendan's spare Hades if he wants it. I don't know. Who knows? It might actually go to Heather too. So we don't know. And then my Enigma, which was my fastest one before I bought some more this last month. So the Enigma is a 12.5, -1.2, and oh my goodness, this disc is amazing. But it's like I think this one's like the DD2 or DD3. The other one's like a DD2. I think this one's a DD3. It's just the newer form of the DD3. I say that because I've got a DD, DD2, DD3, and a DDX in my bag down here, along with a couple others that are going in. Yeah, that Hades more than likely, you heard it here, will come out. This Valkyrie is probably coming out. So we got the Enigma coming in, and then here we go. The last few that I just got, these for sure are going in. This is my new Diamond. I can't go any place without the Diamond. Whoops. My Diamond is my overhand throw. It's straight out my overhand one. It's the one that Madison had, that one that looked like soles on. Yeah, this is my new one. So a little bit lighter. I can backhand this one a little bit and get it to bend. But this one's staying in the bag. Again, overhand throws. One of the fastest discs I own, and the numbers aren't correct, is a Westside Disc Destiny. This thing hits all the way over here. It's a 14-speed disc. Glide is 6, -2 on turn, and then 3 of fade. This is the one that I've thrown the farthest. It went 368 feet. That's how far I've thrown. It's the farthest throw I've ever thrown. This is it. So this is staying in unless some of these take its place. And these won't go in the bag for a little bit because I got to practice with them. This is my DD, which is 11 speed. So there's a DD. DD2 is actually my marked one. This has an FD3, but it's a DD2. The numbers on it are crazy. They're crazy fast. So the DD, DD2, DD3, and DDX don't go in that order. So DD2 is actually the fastest overstable disc I have. It probably won't make the bag, but it may. The DD3 may make the bag. This one's pretty sweet. This one's a 12.5, -1.3. The DDX is a 12.6, -1.2. That might instead of the DD3. I don't know, whichever one I get more comfortable with. But I do know that DD's going in there. If I ever lose this one, then these two will take its spot. But these will go in. This will go in. That's my bag in a nutshell. So you see that it's a lot of discs. There's a lot of things that need to come out of it. In order for me to get better, I'd like to get it down to about 25 discs. I'm at 37. But each one does different stuff. And I can trust certain discs, especially depending on the day, depending on wind, depending on rain or even snow or other conditions, or just my confidence. Such as, you know, if I'm just not throwing well and I'm off, I may throw the Diamond more than I would ever throw this Westside disc, the Destiny, because the Destiny takes a lot of arm speed and takes a lot of snap to get it going, whereas this Diamond, it doesn't as much. So my back may be hurting, my arm may be hurting, and I can adjust that way. So I don't have to sit here and suffer with trying to figure out new form or something, or trying to figure out maybe if I throw it on this angle, it'll do something different. I can actually use different discs and go, okay, dude, depending on how I'm feeling, confidence level, the conditions, we'll go there. So that's my bag in a nutshell. We definitely want you to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Well, you can check Facebook. We do have a Facebook, but we're going to be jumping over pretty much to Instagram and using a lot of Instagram. You'll see a lot of us, a lot of videos on Instagram as well as some of these just kind of pictures as well as, I know Brendan and Madison didn't say it, but on Instagram we're going to be doing kind of, I shouldn't say kind of, we're going to be doing disc reviews, personally, just of what we as beginners think of the discs. I mean, it's one thing for a pro or even someone with a lot of arm speed to say, hey, you need to go get a West Side Disc Destiny. But as a beginner, man, it's a 14 speed. You should not be getting a 14 speed disc by any means. So what would that look like if a beginner got it? Well, we'll show you what that is, you know. What are discs that we should get? You know, this as a diamond, this is a beginner disc. However, man, there are pros that throw this who say, man, this is not a beginner disc, but it is a beginner disc. They just love it because you can do it on different lines and things. So coming on the next week or two, we'll be doing a video of discs one at a time. And we'll just be pulling them from our bag, and we'll both be throwing them. So you've heard it here first. Make sure, again, like, subscribe, hit the bell button to get the amazing videos that we've got. We want to thank you so much as subscribers and as viewers. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thanks. Have a great week.